If anyone's following me on Instagram, my name on Instagram is Anna Media with 2 E's. ANNAMEEDIA. I'm going to talk about the best places to live or go to in Morocco, because maybe you don't want to live in Morocco, or maybe you can't live in Morocco because of work or something. So maybe you just want to visit for a couple weeks. I recommend, if you can, spend a month here. There's so much to see and time goes by so slowly. It's a very beautiful place. But I'm going to talk first about the places I would live. I feel like I could live there at least for a few months. I don't know how long for all of them. Maybe I would get sick of them. I have not lived at these places, but we will see. The first one, and also these are not in order, like number 1. Oh, this is just off the top of my head. So number 1, a duwar. I lived in a duwar because I was in the Peace Corps. So we lived in a duwar, which is a small, very small area. And I hear my dog in the background. I love my dog, in case anyone didn't know. So a duwar is just kind of like a suburb. So think about Washington, D.C. Around Washington, D.C., a lot of people live in Virginia or Maryland because it's cheaper and they can have more land and a lot of other things. So same thing here. You can live in a duwar and be somewhat close to a city. The duwar I lived in was a 10 or 15-minute taxi ride to the major city called Errachidia. And I felt like I could get everything I needed in that big city, but then I lived in a really quiet and peaceful neighborhood where everyone was super friendly. And yeah, duwars are great because you can get a very cheap place. You can get a place for like 300 dirham a month, or maybe cheaper. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ripped off. And also, if you live with other people, you could get a place for maybe 100 or 200 dirham if you have a few friends and you live together. And you could get a really beautiful place there. And generally, the people are super nice. Next place is Essaouira. Besides that big music festival, which I never got to go to because of COVID, just all of the music, all of the culture, and it's got a lot of blue in it, but, you know, not as busy as Chefchaouen. I had an amazing time there. I felt like the people I met there were really nice, and they minded their own business, which is nice because sometimes you just want to walk around and not be disturbed by people. And or at least not disturbed by people who ask really weird questions like, oh, will you marry me? Or would you help me get to the United States? Because I cannot help you because I do not work at the government currently. Next place, Chefchaouen. I love Chefchaouen, and not only Chefchaouen, I love Akshor, which is the place near Chefchaouen with the monkeys. And fun fact about the monkeys, they are native only to Algeria and Morocco. These are some really cool monkeys, and the weather is really beautiful there. It does get really cold, so if you don't like cold weather, be prepared for that or bring a jacket. You can find a really beautiful apartment there. You may pay more money. I don't know exactly, but I know people have paid like 1,000 dirham or more or less. That's place. Okay, Imlil. I thought it was such a cute little town. It's at the base of the mountain Toubkal, but I felt like the people there were so kind, and it wasn't very big, and it was very quaint. That's the word in English. Quaint. Quaint. My voice sounds weird. And yeah, it was super small and very outdoor focused, and there was a lot of tourists walking around. The one thing is it does not have a bank. So someone please get them a bank, because if you wanted to buy stuff, you would have to go 10 kilometers out to the next town. Next place, Tinghir, which is home to the Tadra Gorge. I went there and I hiked around the gorge, and I was just there a couple of days. I felt like it had a very lovely breeze that just kept going. It was very nice. Berkane, I know a lot of people don't like Berkane, but my home dog, Trey, who you may have seen in another video or may have seen me post about him on Instagram. Trey lived there for a while. He's an American who lived there. And it's really fun because they have those really delicious oranges there, and they have this big orange, like how Midelt has an apple, or Georgia, the state in the United States, has a peach. So that is really nice as well. Berkane is very close to the Mediterranean Ocean, so you can easily go to beaches like, what was it called? Zaida. You can go to Zaida, or you can go to the Spanish enclave, the island right off the coast. Why am I blanking on the name of the island? Melilla. You can go to Melilla. If you live in that region of Nador, you can go there with no visa needed, only if you are from there. Just for a day trip, though. You can't spend overnight. And of course, if you are a U.S. citizen, you can go there anyway. Next, Tetouan. I thought Tetouan was really pretty. It had a bunch of nice trees. I think I'm going blind. I'm crying because it's so beautiful. And yeah, it had a lot of pretty trees and like this architecture which had a lot of white in it, and I thought it was really pretty, and the beaches were really nice. The weather was really beautiful. It wasn't very warm though when I went. I mean, but it wasn't hot either. Cold. Okay, it was nice. Ifrane is really cute if you like mountains and snow and ski. Some people say it's the Switzerland of Morocco. Ifrane is a very nice place, but your homegirl here, she lived in Wad Ifrane, or Souklehed, which is a duwar outside of Ifrane. I also lived in another duwar outside of Ifrane for 3 months, and it was really beautiful there. The whole area there is so beautiful because I love mountains. I think the more I think about it, I think I like mountains more than beach, but then I'm like, no, I like beach more. I'm not really sure. I can't decide. Beaches or mountains? What do you think? Oh, what was I going to say? Rabat. Rabat is the capital. I live in Rabat now. Who is from Rabat? Sometimes on the street, I see people and they're like, hey, I know you. I saw you on YouTube. I'm like, hey, what's up? I don't know how to react really. But I know some of you must be from Rabat. And its cousin, Kenitra. Kenitra is cool because it's a college town. There is the university and it has a bunch of fun restaurants. Also, these are the reasons I like these places. I feel like not everyone agrees with me or has the same taste, but for me, I like eating good food and I don't like to cook that much. I also like music a lot. I love going to concerts, so I would pick places that have concerts, and I love outdoor activities. I think that would summarize me. I like concerts, I like going outdoors, and I like eating. That's basically what I would do with my day if I could. If I could get paid to do that. Like just walk around for 8 hours and then get to eat free food. I think that would be what I would want to do for the rest of my life. Okay, back up to the Tetouan area again. Here we are. Martil. It was a cute little beach place. It's actually, what I realized, is a huge city. I mean, compared to other places in Morocco. Not much to say there, but it was interesting. Check it out. Martil. Martil. Anyone from Martil? Okay, Midelt. I felt like it had really nice mountains and the weather was okay. It's a little hot in the summer, but they have apples, lots of apples. And who doesn't like apples? Especially now it's the fall and Halloween is coming up and then Thanksgiving. Apples are awesome and they're great for your teeth and they're keep the doctor away. Okay, Azrou. Azrou in Tamazight means rock. And it's got a big old rock. And it also has a bunch of mountains. And it's so fun to climb. And they have monkeys too. I really like animals. And the monkeys there are cool. And they have this nice little pizza place that you can eat at. And the people there are very friendly too. Okay, Zaida. It is between Midelt and Meknes. Zaida has great choix, great barbecue. It is amazing. And they have very nice tasting water. I don't know why. I just like their water. I did not talk about Meknes. I feel like I have a mixed relationship with Meknes. I feel like I have seen it a lot now, and now I feel like my opinion is mixed. I think it gets too hot in the summer, but I would definitely visit it because it is so cool and it's one of the oldest places in the world. I have never been to Asilah. Has anyone gone to Asilah? Please comment below. I would like to go there someday. I want to go there and I want to see Ouzoud, the Ouzoud waterfall. Okay. I have been to Beni Mellal for like a hot second, but not a very long time, so I really don't have much to say about Beni Mellal. Anyone from Beni Mellal? I remember it was very hot when I went, which I was surprised because I thought it was in the mountains, but it was extremely hot. So here's some places I would not want to live, but I would go to them. Casablanca. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, would I like to live in Casablanca? No. Casablanca is really big, and I feel like it's just really big, but there's not any specific appeal to it. Maybe for work, or maybe if your family lives there. I know a bunch of you probably live in Casablanca, so tell me, what do you like about Casablanca? Or Dar Bida, as they say, the White House in English. I was gonna say, but I love the mall. It's one of the, I think it's the largest mall on the continent of Africa, so you have to go see that. And of course there is the mosque that I can't think of the name, but you can visit if you are not a Muslim. So it's an interesting place. I recommend you to visit it. Those are like two of the main things I feel like attraction wise. There's like the beach, and there's the river, or not river, the marina, and there's a bunch of clubs there, and there's boats and restaurants, and there's so many good restaurants there. That's what I do like about it. Okay, Fez. I went to Fez and I felt like it was cold and rainy, and I was very confused in the old Medina, and I did not particularly like it that much. But if anyone's from Fez, convince me otherwise. Okay, Tangier. I went there, and I've been there twice, and I feel like I did not have a good time. I felt like the taxis were very hard. It was very hard to get a taxi, and to be honest, I just didn't see anything that matched my interests. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Somebody's trying to show off with their motorcycle. I did not feel like there's anything that matched my interests. Okay, Agadir. Agadir is super far away, and it's a huge city, and I don't want to live that far away from the rest of the country. And maybe it's too hot also, but I would visit it. Errachidia. Oh, I love Errachidia, but I wouldn't live there because I lived there already. I'm good. I'm full. I'm shbet. But it was really great time. It's too hot in the summer, so that's why I don't want to live there anymore. But I recommend it for a visit, and the people are awesome and amazing. Same with Merzuga, which is after you go past Errachidia, you go to Merzuga, and you can see the Sahara Desert. Apparently, someone told me, I think it was Farid, he told me that someone died there, a tourist, from the sand. That's horrible. Did that happen? Anyway, you can go see the desert, and it's really cool because that is a very beautiful desert. When I found out that Sahara means desert, I'm like, why is it called the desert? Anybody with me on that? Okay, Dakhla. I liked Dakhla. It was fun to go, and I was so happy I got to go. But there wasn't a lot to do, and the things that you could do were expensive. Like, you'd be like, want to go sword fishing or something? It was like really random. Felt like there wasn't a ton to do, but people at night were popping, and everyone should go. If you can go to all these places, you should. Ouarzazate. I have not spent much time there, but I would go, and it's the African Hollywood, as they say, so definitely go. Check that out, and then go to that town that's near there that does the roses. I can't think of what it's called. And Marrakech. Marrakech is very hot and very humid, and I don't want to live there because a bunch of people will lie and take your money, and they won't run the counter for the taxi, and that just sucks. So yeah, that's what I have to say about all these different places. Does anyone have a favorite place besides the place they live, or a place they want to live in Morocco? Please comment below. Thank you so much, and have a good day.